And do you guys see Tyler Perry at all? If and
First season. In the second season, we had Mark Swinton and Derek Deuce. They directed season 2 and 3, but TP still, he showed his face one day, and then I saw him a couple times on the just at the studio, just out and about. We chopped it up for a second, but yeah.
All right, assisted living fans. I'm quite surprised. I am, I am quite surprised. Flabbergasted is a better word to use, but you just heard it yourself. Naeem Lynn, aka Jeremy. No, not me, Jeremy, but the Jeremy from assisted living. Look, if there's anybody that works on assisted living or from behind the scenes, look, not to sound egotistical, I'm very serious right now. Could you find out the origin of the name Jeremy? Because some fans have been like, yo, Jeremy, do you think that Tyler Perry named Jeremy from assisted living after you? Serious, I am completely serious here. If I can get some clarification on that, that would be cool. Or just Tyler Perry selected a random name. Okay. Even though it just so happened to be mine. And if Jeremy was named after me, then does that mean I'll eventually get a cameo on that show? Anyway, more to the point. 2 new directors on assisted living seasons 2 and 3. Tyler Perry will pop up here and there, but really, where season 1 had Tyler doing everything, season 2 and 3 had other directors pretty much, driving the car. So, this adds more fuel to the fire that the assisted living coming up is not going to be like the assisted living we got back in season 1. Now, to my knowledge, I don't know if there are or were additional or new writers for seasons 2 and 3. Like in season 1, of course, Tyler Perry did everything, but in seasons 2 and 3, I just don't know. Matter of fact, if you don't mind a few clicks in the background, I want to try to look it up here online. And while I'm doing this for season 1, feel free to take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out when I post new content to the channel. And follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Okay, I am checking online, and it does look like everything was written by Tyler Perry. So I don't know if season 2 is going to follow the same formula, but it's possible that, even if Tyler did write everything, then the new directors could possibly bring something new to the table, but we'll see. Look, from the additional new cast members to the show, we have new directors on the show. So, I don't know. This is getting me a little bit more excited. What was it? The last video I did was the new character Anastasia. And then before that was the video about the promo, the trailer, the promo about season 2. And I said, okay, it's colorful. It looks a little more exciting. Okay, you got my interest. It's just that I don't want to be too optimistic, because I feel like if I get my hopes up, the show's going to air and then it could be worse than season 1. I'm like, no, Tyler. But I do feel like maybe, just maybe, Tyler Perry looked at some of the critiques online. Not the hate, because trust and believe, there have been some hateful tweets and comments on Instagram and Twitter. Trust me, even on my own Instagram, where I would post stuff to assisted living, people would leave some of the nastiest comments under there. And I remember one comment, and this was actually about a week ago. Somebody said, I'm going to tune in to House of Pain season 10, even though I don't like it as much as when it was on TBS. I'll tune in for nostalgia. But assisted living needs to be put into a retirement home itself. When I tell you, I laughed, but I am staying to I'm a man of my word. I said I will give the new season a chance. I will give it about 3 or so episodes, and if there are some areas of improvement, then your boy might tune in for everyone and do my reviews. Now, keep in mind, season 1 didn't do too hot. I'm not talking about just the ratings. I'm talking about the content on the channel, the viewership. Now, a lot of people said, they watch my reviews instead of watching the show. I watched a couple episodes. I couldn't get into it, but damn it, I love, and I'm quoting comments here. I'm tuning in because I like your reviews, and even though, there are areas of improvement, I like the fact that you have some fresh ideas on where the show could go, because I don't hate the show. I think the show has plenty of potential. I do feel like season 1 really had a lot going against it, especially when you promote Cora and Brown in all the promotions, obviously, but it takes maybe 6 or 7 episodes for them to even show up in the series. So it was a hard watch. It's like WandaVision, how the first 2 episodes really didn't bring people in, but when you got to episode 3 and especially 4, people are oh damn, okay, this is gonna be good. So hopefully there are some areas of improvement. Now, remember the video I did a couple days ago, and I talked about, the Oval season 2, my thoughts on season 2 so far, basically what I thought about season 2, at least the first half, compared to season 1 of the Oval. And I said that the Oval, in my opinion, compared to Ruthless season 2 and Sister season 2, is the winner in regards to the, the award for most improved. I feel like even though the Oval season 2 is not perfect, it has improved on a few major areas that I felt weren't strong in season 1, like the actor that portrays Barry. I think his acting, major improvement over season 1's Barry. And I think even more important than that is the utilization of the characters in season 2 compared to season 1, where season 1 just had way too many damn characters, and there would be characters missing in action for like 5 or 10 episodes, and then when they show up again, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot all about this character. But then again, there have been so many people killed off that could explain why the characters are better utilized in season 2. But with season 2 of Assisted Living, just a few of my things. And keep in mind, the things that I say are things that many fans have said about a lot of these Tyler Perry shows. The repetitive dialogue, the overuse of the laugh track, being stuck in one location, and that was the assisted living facility. And we had the main living room area, the kitchen, and then we got like one or 2 episodes in Benny's room. Wasn't that when Jeremy knocked him out? And then we got Sandra and Philip's room, and that's about it, right? So maybe in season 2 and 3 we'll have more sets. That will be a major plus, like, maybe the police station, or the school, the mall, or something. Look, I know the whole quarantine and everything, but this stuff was filmed, Tyler Perry been making moves on the studio lot, so maybe there are a couple new locations. Remember that some of the some of the set locations in one show are used in another, because if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong about this, but I believe the grocery store that is on Sisters, the one I say that no man should go into, because Zach, Aaron, it's like anytime a man is in that damn grocery store, he gets attacked by women, either verbally or physically. But I believe that's the same store that Dale worked at on Ruthless. Again, I could be wrong, but Tyler Perry does do that. I remember, back in 2019, where he had the whole gala thing, and there were just a ton of videos about Tyler Perry Studios, the new one, obviously. And he showed a lot of scenes where it's like, oh yeah, this one building here, the front of it is a house, but then the back of it is like the hospital set. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, yeah, this set is on the haves and the have-nots, and then this setting is on, If Loving You Is Wrong or whatever. He just broke it down. I'm like, oh wow. So, I mean, it's possible we might get some various scenes. I really like that. Now, don't get me wrong. New characters is a plus because it will add new dynamics to the interactions that the characters already have. Well, excuse me. Adding new characters to the mix to the show will add more dynamics to the characters we already have. So it won't always be just Brown and Vinny going back and forth. Leah and Cora, they're pretty much, kindred spirits. Jeremy is kind of the awkward one of the group. Philip is kind of there, and Sandra's the troublemaker. Here's another thing. You know me, I said, dang it, I hope they give Philip something to do, because Philip was just kind of there last season. What do we know? He's the good kid. Apparently, he has a thing for feet, according to what Jeremy said after looking at his photos on the phone. And that's pretty much it. He listens to music on his headphones. So hopefully they give him some more stuff to do in season 2 and 3. And not necessarily, I know some people were saying that, what if he starts acting bad because he realizes that's the only way to get his parents' attention? Hopefully that's not it. Lindor, thank you. Somebody mentioned that in the other video I did recently, where it's like, I can't think of the guy's name. Was it Landon? I know it begins with an L. Lindor. He's going to be showing up again. So it looks like things work out between the sheriff and the family, because obviously the assisted living facility is opening up, so they must get the permit somehow. And on top of that, this could be related to the synopsis for the first episode where they catch the sheriff in a compromising position. So could that be blackmail? I don't know. So yeah, I'm really hoping that things work out in season 2. Like I said, I want to like the show more than season 1. Season 1 had potential. Seasons 2 and 3, with the new directors, the new characters, and hopefully a new vibe, we're going to untap that potential. So let me know if you will be giving season 2 a chance, or will you wait until you hear from me? I know that some people hit me up just to let me know that, man, you got a voice in the community. People, viewership is dependent on you. And I'm like, I appreciate that, but your boy, I'm not being compensated for that. I'm not being hit up by Viacom or Tyler Perry Studios. I just make the content. I give my 2 cents, and that's it. When I speak negative on these shows, I also offer positive reinforcement and ways to improve. I don't just sit up here and rant. Remember when I stopped watching the Pains on OWN? I said I want to stop, because the moment my videos began to turn into rant videos, I knew I just had to quit, because this channel is not for that. Whenever I speak quote unquote negative or give constructive criticism, it's just that, because I know what Tyler Perry is capable of. We all are. Look at a lot of his earlier work. They got us hooked to his brand to begin with. So when you watch Assisted Living season 1, House of Pain season 9, and we just saw how lackluster and, well, for lack of a better phrase, lazy it was written. And that's no shade to the actors, because they're doing their jobs. They're working with what they're given, and I can't fault them for that. But when looking at the writing itself, it's like, we don't need like 45 seconds or 2 minutes of the characters. Like, one character will say a line and then they'll make like over exaggerated faces at each other with the laugh track going on and on and on. It's like, wait, is this supposed to be funny? So if they can clean that up, just like they did with the living facility, renovate it, this show could be a good one. Now, I don't know if it can be a great one. Well, one of the greats, but then again, it's only season 2. Well, then again, season 1 is forever going to be that stain on the photo. But if the show progressively gets better as time goes on, I think there's potential. I mean, I given the fact that, Jeremy mentioned how there are new directors and Tyler wasn't really on set, I don't think we're going to see like Medea or Joe in these seasons. I feel like we'll possibly see, I mean, that's not to say we won't see older characters. And when I say older, I don't mean the new additions to the living facility. I mean like Meet the Browns characters. Now, I do believe that even though it hasn't, to my knowledge, been officially established, I think that there were enough clues in season 1 to conclude that assisted living takes place in the same continuity as Meet the Browns. Because I think, Cora mentioned once about being a teacher, and of course Medea was mentioned several times. So if that's the case, assisted living takes place in the same universe as Meet the Browns, which takes place in the same universe as House of Pain, which takes place in the same universe as, well, technically the Pains was written off as nothing more than a bad dream, so I really can't count that in continuity anymore. But, you just never know. Maybe Will, Sasha, Brianna, maybe somebody will pop up, Senior. You never know. So keep your eyes peeled. And look, I don't know about any crossover stuff. I'm just saying, being optimistic. So let me know, what ways do you think season 2 can improve? Season 3 as well. And like I mentioned a couple minutes ago, will you not watch and you will just wait to see what I have to say? And I mean, if you do that, that's all well and good. I know a lot of people say that about a lot of the shows I review on here, but thanks so much for tuning into this rather lengthy video. I didn't expect it to be as long as it was based off a 30-second clip, but what can you do? Sometimes I like to talk. So Once again, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it if you did. And be sure to donate if you would like as well on PayPal or Cash App. Links to everything are in the description, or it should pop up on screen any second now. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.